GroovyTek.
In southern Florida, we're all familiar with the traditional steps necessary to prepare and to stay safe during a hurricane or other natural disasters. From boarding up windows to stocking up on groceries and other essentials, it's always important to stay prepared. As we now find ourselves in the digital age, it is helpful to take a look at how technology can play a role in preparing us for living through disaster conditions. We believe that spending time before a disaster situation to understand the role your personal technology can play in your disaster preparedness is imperative. A dose of TekPrep can lead to the difference between a smooth evacuation and disaster survival, as opposed to entering a realm of frustration that could have been avoided with some preparation. In this webinar series, appropriately titled TekPrep, we'll cover how you can work with and prepare your technology so it can be smoothly integrated into your disaster preparedness. This is a 4-part webinar series, and in these sessions we will be covering the following topics: overview of communication and information tools, preparing your technology continuity plan, ensuring access to documents and information, creating your own TekPrep disaster kit. Let's get started. Communication and information tools. To start things off, today we will take a closer look at how we can use the communication tools that are available to us via our personal technology devices, smartphones, tablets, and computers, to stay connected while preparing for and surviving a disaster. If we look at our personal technology devices as assets to maximize in times of disaster, it is remarkable how our devices can be used as tools for survival. By understanding how these tools can be used to stay connected, we can leverage their abilities. That way, we can communicate with family, friends, local news networks, and government agencies to help us make the best decisions to protect ourselves and our loved ones. The best part? These devices are, for the most part, mobile. You can take them with you, regardless of where you find yourself riding out a disaster situation. Setting up group chats. During a disaster, staying connected with family and friends is not just a bonus, it is a necessity. Knowing where people are and keeping friends and family informed of your location and welfare is critical. Having a group chat strategy in place ahead of time can be a very valuable thing to do. You can set up group chats on a variety of platforms. Whether you like to use Google Hangouts or prefer to use Instagram's Group DM feature, there are lots of ways to stay connected with family members from across the globe. Depending on what platform you choose, though, you'll need different contact information. From Instagram handles to Gmail accounts, that's a lot of information. You'll want to make sure that everyone is on the same page with what platform is being used. That way, you don't have one person left out of the family group chat because they don't have an Instagram account. If you want to keep it simple, you can always use communication platforms like WhatsApp, or just rely on the messenger apps that are built into your phone, like Android Messenger or Apple Messenger. You'll want to start the group chat before any sort of disaster strikes. If you'd like, you can set up 2 different family chats. One can be to share information, locations, and offers of help. The other one can be used to communicate in case of emergencies only. If you prefer, you can also set up your group chats in different categories. One can be used for local family and friends, which you could name local. You can rely on and check this chat group to make sure you stay in touch with people that are also being affected by the disaster. That way, since they're being affected in the same way, you know where they are and that you can stay in touch. Where are they? Where do you want to meet up? Are they at a different shelter? With a local family and friends channel, you can coordinate these details. You'll also want to stay in touch with family and friends that live out of town or even out of state. They might be hundreds or thousands of miles out of the path of a hurricane or another natural disaster, but they still want to stay up to date on your whereabouts and well-being. These group chats make it so that you can give one update on your welfare. That way you don't have to remember to text everyone to let them know you're safe and hope that the family grapevine passes it on. When you're looking to stay connected, 3 apps to consider using to stay connected are Apple Messenger, Android Messenger, and WhatsApp. Messenger is already installed on both Apple and Android devices when you purchase them. They rely on data, and a cell signal might be easier to come by than a strong Wi-Fi signal in the wake of a disaster, especially a hurricane. Messenger is easy to find. All you need to do is go to your apps. It might be on your home screen, or you might have to go to Apps, where everything else you have downloaded is located. Once you do, tap on the Messages icon. Then, tap on the icon of a pen writing something. That will start a new message. You'll need to pick who you want to send it to. To create a group chat, you'll want to add multiple names. Of course, it's easier if everyone that you want to include in this group chat is already in your contacts list. If not, you'll need to type in their phone number. Once you've got everything added, you can give your group chat a name, something like Family Group Chat maybe, and everyone will be connected with each other. Type a message to start things off and send it out. This is incredibly similar for both Android and Apple Messenger. Since the ability to send text to a group is very basic, both brands take a similar approach to setting it up. Maybe you want to use WhatsApp as a communication tool too. Owned by Facebook, it's a free app that you can use to share documents, videos, photos, messages, and more. If you enable permissions, WhatsApp will add all the contacts that are currently in your digital phone book. You can also add WhatsApp contacts too, for people that weren't already in your contacts list. WhatsApp lets you keep family group chats going, or you can chat one-on-one with each of your contacts. WhatsApp is a seamless way to connect with lots of people at the same time. You can also conduct group video or voice calls, whether you're connected to Wi-Fi or using a cell signal. WhatsApp is very popular for international use, both because it is free to use across the globe and known for its security features. It has strong encryption capabilities, which reduces risks associated with hacking. Using social media to stay connected and informed. Social media platforms such as Facebook and Twitter can become a powerful resource during a disaster to stay connected and informed. Due to how the platforms are designed and used, you are able to check one of these platforms and accomplish multiple goals. Meaning, by checking your Facebook or Twitter accounts, you can stay connected with friends and family, as well as keep up to date on the latest news in your area. Is the governor of your state making an announcement about mandatory evacuations? Is FEMA tweeting a list of open disaster recovery centers? Are your family members announcing they're safe and evacuated to a spot outside of the state? These questions can usually be answered browsing the apps, which is why information-centric platforms like Facebook and Twitter are crucial to getting real-time updates on their status. You can use Twitter to take advantage of a crisis text line. It provides around-the-clock support through text to support mental health. Natural disasters can be incredibly stressful and traumatizing, so Twitter's crisis line is here to help. You can find them on Twitter under the handle @CrisisTextLine. You can use Facebook to keep up to date with crises in your area at facebook.com/crisisresponse. It provides up-to-date information on natural disasters and allows people to connect. You can make donations or provide and receive offers of help through their crisis response page. When you sign up for a Facebook account, you can list a city in your profile. If you have access to your location turned on, Facebook can also detect that you're in an area that might be affected by a crisis. That will tailor your crisis response page to the area that you're living in, particularly if a hurricane or other natural disaster is incoming. If you're in an affected area, you'll likely receive a notification that allows you to mark yourself safe. This is called a Facebook security check. When an incident such as an earthquake, hurricane, mass shooting, or building collapse occurs where people might be in danger, global crisis reporting agencies alert Facebook. If a lot of people in the affected area are posting about the incident, Safety Check will be activated, and those people in the area may receive a notification from Facebook to mark themselves safe. People who click the Safety Check notification will also be able to see if any of their friends are in the affected area or have marked themselves safe. Facebook can also be used to privately DM, direct message people, to inquire about their location and welfare. If you're connected to someone on Facebook, you can send a message to share your location, send money, and more. Or if you know friends and family will be checking out your Facebook page for updates, you can also update your page by posting about your evacuation, location, and more. Be sure not to give away too many details, though, since Facebook updates are public to anyone who can view your page. If you're part of local Facebook groups, that's also a great way to stay connected with others in your community. It's also a great opportunity to receive and give help if you're connected with others that are able to do so. FEMA. You can download the FEMA mobile application at www.fema.gov/mobile-app. In a crisis, FEMA is usually one of the first groups on the scene. From natural disasters like Hurricane Katrina or Hurricane Sandy, FEMA coordinates the federal government's response to disasters, whether they are natural or man-made. This helps agencies expand their capability to assist beyond the state government. And as FEMA expands its technology approach, they've developed an app that will help you keep up with their latest updates. If you're trying to keep track of family members that are spread across the area, or are worried about a hurricane making its way up the eastern seaboard, the FEMA app allows you to track alerts from the National Weather Service in up to 5 locations across the entire nation. This will let you track weather conditions where your loved ones are. You can also educate yourself regarding emergency safety tips. If you're new to Florida or just want to help educate others, you can learn these tips. The FEMA app has tips for over 20 types of natural disasters, including hurricanes, flooding, fire, tornadoes, volcanic eruptions, and more. If you're looking to get prepared outside of your TekPrep checklist, you can check out FEMA's Emergency Kit Checklist and their Emergency Family Plan. 2 other features make it a great app. You can toggle seamlessly between English and Spanish, which might make it easier to read or share with family members. You can also locate emergency shelters and disaster recovery centers near you, which can be a big help when you're looking for an immediate spot to shelter in place if you just left your home in a hurry. Local media apps. A lot of the major hurricanes get lots of attention on national news networks like NBC or ABC. However, this coverage won't provide the level of detailed information you need to make decisions and stay informed about what's going on in your county. Local networks like NBC6, WSVN7, or Local 10 News will give you that type of information. Of course, you probably aren't able to sit down and watch the 6 o'clock news. That's why many of these local organizations have apps that you can use. NBC6, for instance, has an app available for download on both Apple and Android devices. You can use the app to browse current headlines, get personalized alerts, and get up-to-date weather forecasts for your zip code. Once you get alerts set up, you won't need to check the news. The headlines will come up on your phone. It's worth noting that watching videos of news broadcasts does suck up a lot of data, which is important to conserve if you won't be able to connect to Wi-Fi anytime soon. Much like NBC6, Local 10 News, or WSVN 7 also have apps available for download with similar perks. You can find these apps in the Google Play Store or in the Apple Store. Once you download the app, you can customize it for your zip code, news preferences, and weather alerts. You can also share links from the apps to friends and family. That way, they're seeing the same weather forecast that you are. Zoom. Have you heard of Zoom lately? Due to a sharp spike in video conferencing popularity, it seems that everyone is using Zoom. Grandparents can use it to see their grandkids on video, and family members overseas can visit each other and connect during times of disaster. Zoom provides video, telephone, and online chat services through a cloud-based peer-to-peer software platform. It's used for teleconferencing, telecommuting, distance learning, and social relations. Zoom works on all platforms and devices. This means no matter what computer or device you have, Zoom will work on your system. If you want to connect with family members, Zoom offers both video and audio chat solutions. It's a quick, seamless app that lets everyone connect from across the country. Whether you're checking in with everyone or just want to pass the time and visit while you're waiting, Zoom is a great option. You can schedule Zoom calls if you want to have regular check-ins with certain family members. But you can also send a link to your private meeting room in a family chat. That way everyone has access to it. Don't post it on Facebook for all your followers and friends to see, though. Hackers are trolling social media sites like Facebook to hack into these calls, and that's easy if you've posted a link for everyone to access. If you don't have access to a strong Wi-Fi connection, video calls might not be worth it, but you can still use Zoom's audio call feature. If you're in a situation where you don't have a strong cell signal, but you do have Wi-Fi, Zoom is a great replacement when you can't make phone calls and stay connected in traditional ways. Weather Radar App. If you're preparing for a natural disaster or trying to decide whether it's smart to evacuate even before authorities tell you to do so, it's great to have a weather app on hand. This will allow you to make an informed decision with detailed charts, radar information, and alerts. Certain weather apps provide a detailed forecast of what you can expect, but a hurricane tracker app might be exactly what you need. The NOAA Weather Radar app might be a great option for your needs. You can track hurricanes offline, which is perfect if you don't have strong Wi-Fi. And you can see how the storm is progressing by tapping icons on the map to see if the storm is headed over these locations. You can also add other alert options for lightning, tornadoes, coastal flooding, and more. If you'd like to track wind speed, temperature, and barometric pressure, the NOAA Weather Radar app allows you to do that too. The Red Cross also has one of the top hurricane tracking apps. Called Hurricane, it provides weather alerts and the steps you should take. You can set up a radius for an area you'd like to monitor. If you live in West Palm Beach, for instance, you might like to set up a 50-mile monitoring radius. Once you do receive an alert, the app details what you should do next. For example, once you get a hurricane alert, the app instructs you to be ready to evacuate, secure anything that could be picked up by the wind, and more. The app is also compatible with Facebook, Twitter, text, and email. It lets you send out a customizable alert to let everyone know that you're safe. Of course, the primary focus of the Red Cross is education. They help educate you to assemble an emergency disaster kit, put together an evacuation plan for your family, and more. The app is also free and available in English and Spanish. Here's a link to all of the apps provided by the Red Cross. If you'd prefer to use traditional weather forecasts, AccuWeather is one of the most detailed apps. It breaks down the wind speed, dew point, and weather conditions by the hour. Other features predict precipitation by the minute. One of the most popular features on AccuWeather is the Real Feel Index, which takes factors like humidity and wind chill into account. It helps you stay informed on what the weather feels like when you're out in it, rather than just relying on the thermometer. Weather Underground is also a great option. If you're worried about an incoming storm, for instance, you can set hourly updates that will keep you up to speed for the next 10 days. The best part of Weather Underground is that it collects hyper-accurate information due to an extensive network of weather stations. The app relies on a network of 270,000 stations, all of them equipped with the ability to gauge information regarding wind speed, rainfall, temperature, pressure, humidity, and more. This information is then condensed into a forecast that's highly specific to your neighborhood, which is much more accurate than the airport weather station reading that you might be relying on. This app is free, but if you want to turn all ads off, you'll need to pay a fee of $1.99. Power Light app. When the electricity goes out, it can drastically change your disaster plans, especially if you've been told to shelter in place. How long will the food in your refrigerator keep? Will a power outage affect your security system? That's what the Florida Power and Light app is for. During extraordinary times, you can use it to track your bill and get payment reminders. During hurricane season, though, you can also use it to track outages. You might be staying at a friend's house, but are wondering if there's electricity at your place. It can help you gauge whether food is going rotten, or whether you want to return home once the authorities say it's safe. You can download the FPL app in the Google Play Store or the App Store. If you are experiencing power outages, the flashlight app on your phone is a quick fix. If you're using a newer smartphone, it likely comes with built-in flashlight capabilities. If you need a quick burst of light to do or find something, these are a great solution. If you're using an Android phone, turn it on and swipe down from the top of the screen. You'll see a menu of options that come up, including airplane mode, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and more. In this options menu, you should see a flashlight icon. If the icon is gray, that means it's turned off. Tap this icon. It will turn blue, and the flashlight will start. The only downside of using the flashlight function on your phone is that it tends to drain your battery very quickly. Conclusion. Thank you for spending part of your day with us and thinking about preparing for a potential disaster. We really do believe that the advancements made with technology can be used to help us all manage upheaval and stressful situations. There are so many different ways folks can use these technologies to fulfill basic human needs. That's why we find it fascinating and important to consider how to use these everyday tools for uncommon emergencies. Now we will answer a few frequently asked questions. Thank you again. Questions and answers. How long can I track a hurricane on the NOAA Weather Radar app? You can track a hurricane for up to a week on this app. NOAA's app is free when you first download it, but after a week of use, you have to pay for it. How do I search for a specific person on Facebook's Safety Check? You can search for someone's name in the upper left-hand corner of Facebook. When their profile comes up, you can see if they've marked themselves safe. If you're not connected, though, you might not be able to see it. How do I mute notifications on a family group chat? There are two ways to do this. You can start by adjusting your volume. Press the volume button down on the side of your phone. When it brings up the volume, tap on the icon at the top. There is a notification symbol, a vibrating symbol, and a notification bell with a slash over it. Tap this icon until it displays the notification bell with a slash. This will stop all notifications from making noise. If you'd like to specifically mute a certain chat, tap on the chat. You'll see a row of 3 dots in the upper right-hand corner. Tap on it, then tap Details. Tap Notifications. Then toggle to the left on the option that says Show Notifications. How can I turn location access on for my phone? If you want to be located easily or be able to track your phone, swipe down from the top of your screen. A menu of options will come up. Toggle to the right on Use Location. How do I delete a group chat? Tap on the group chat, and then tap on the row of 3 dots in the upper right-hand corner. You'll see the Delete option. That will let you erase the entire group and chat history.